If only my dick was like 12 inches longer.
Well, it's true.
Are we talking about dicks? Because I could screen share right now.
It's true. We could all just whip it out.
Let's not.
I have the biggest monitor right now, so let's not do that. Yeah.
Hold it close. It looks huge.
You always got to go from the top angle too. It can't be from the bottom.
Take it from the underside under the nuts.
Yeah, wear a nice watch so that it makes it more fancy.
Gotta have a good watch.
Yeah. This is Simplistic Stupidity Podcast numero uno. And I'm Jared, NC_JRath or some simple stupid, depends on where I'm playing. And this is...
I'm Brian, I'm A. Akbar.
Yeah, I'm Clint, I'm Lego Mago 711.
A little delayed, but you're okay. But yeah, so talking about what we liked in 2016, it's February, no one gives a crap. We liked things in 2016 and we hated things in 2016. But first and foremost, since we all have a bunch of videos up of it already, Overwatch.
Yeah, I don't think that was going to be anybody else's game of the year.
No, not at all.
No.
So, what'd you like about Overwatch?
I think it's better to talk about what I didn't like about Overwatch.
You mean Symmetra?
It's easier to do that, huh? No single player, done.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Lately, whenever me and Clinton are actually playing together, we've lost like every single game. It's been ridiculous.
Well, the meta's changed from what I understand.
It doesn't matter. Like, you could be with like the best team ever, and then everyone falls to pieces like all the time. But it's only on PS4. All the PC games I've been playing, no problem. I've won probably like 90% of them.
Yeah.
The problem when we play together, that's
Yeah.
the issue. You group up, you lose.
Playing by myself, no problems. If you would get your PS4 fixed, Brian, you would...
God, I got to get on top of that.
But other than that, I've got Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
and...
that's fun. 100% improvement over the first game.
How so?
Did you guys not play the first game?
So I got it for Christmas, and I played like a little bit of it. I was really disappointed that it didn't have any kind of campaign to it, just so I could get some kind of practice before I jumped in and got my shit kicked in. But I mean, the second one was a blast, but it's got the whole Call of Duty aspect of, oh, you didn't see this guy hiding in a bush? He shot you twice. You did. There we go.
Yeah. Well, the first one, obviously, it didn't have a single-player campaign, and then they went the online only, and then the content was like trickled out.
Nah.
And change that later. But yeah, gosh, they made the campaign, and it was one of the better first-person shooter campaigns I've ever played. And it blew it out of the water. I've had no problem with lag in that game whatsoever.
Nah.
And go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, the only thing that I actually have a problem with in Titanfall 2 is the matchmaking. Has it improved at all, Clinton?
Not as much as I would have liked. I feel like sometimes you just get a bad team, or you'll get, one player on the other team who's extremely good, and everybody else just sort of suffers for it. So, I also, along with Brian, really enjoyed the single-player campaign. I think where you could time travel, like hop back and forth.
Oh,
watch.
Man, that one was amazing.
I think that was level 4, right?
Yes, and that was like
that was one of the better. Yeah.
We're all.
It wasn't my favorite. Like the multiplayer system was good, but it wasn't rewarding like I thought. You could be decent across different classes, but maybe 3 guns were really good. Like the R97 were probably the Hemlock was the only gun you ever needed.
Yep. And it's still they still haven't patched it to nerf it down yet.
Yeah, have they done many patches with that game?
No. Not a tremendously large amount of patches, at least.
Nah. Are you still playing it at all?
No. That being said, I haven't touched it in a month.
Well, let's see. I've got Doom, Dishonored 2, and Uncharted 4 on my list too, but I didn't play Doom. I heard it was amazing. Dishonored 2, Dishonored 1 was amazing, so I can't imagine Dishonored 2 would be much worse.
Dishonored 1 was one of my favorite games of last generation.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're right, I haven't played Dishonored 2 yet. Uncharted 4 I haven't played.
Everyone keeps bragging about how beautiful that freaking game is, but I don't know, I just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Cluster Truck. Have you played that at all, Brian?
I have not.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I got it for Steam when it was still in the alpha and beta phases, and basically all it is you're jumping from, like, semi-truck to semi-truck and trying to make it to the end of this linear level. But it throws in, like, crazy, one part that we played today, me and Clinton played, it was dynamic, or, hang on a second, we lost Clinton.
Successful first podcast.
Yeah! If it didn't have technical difficulties, then it wouldn't be real.
Hey, there we go, Jared. You're still lost.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
being-
still don't, yeah.
There we go.
Keep that Jared face.
Am I there?
Yep.
I'm here.
Cool. Alright. So anyway, Cluster Truck is basically like this linear level where you're jumping from semi-truck to semi-truck and there are a ton of obstacles in your way. Like Clinton and I played it today, and we got to the level where there were like missiles being fired at us.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Accurate Battle Simulator, have you seen that?
No.
It's like a bunch of stick figures going to war with each other.
What?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, I'm Googling it right now.
That guy is terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, terrible.
And then Super Hot.
Oh man, I want to play that. I want to do it in VR though.
Oh, I didn't know that it is in VR.
Yeah, it's in VR.
So it's basically stick figures again, but they only move when you move. So you're like hacking, slashing, and then shooting, and like you grab guns out of midair, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, so we're gonna plug mobile games real quick, and obviously the only one out of 2016 that got a ton of hype was Pokemon Go.
Never heard of it.
But
The game finished very weak for me.
yeah, and they waited way too long to start releasing new stuff, because, I mean, what, in the last month they just started doing Generation 2 stuff?
Those servers though.
Yeah. How dare you look at where something might be, you're going to be banned.
Yeah.
And then,
Let's see. I stopped playing about a month after it came out because I got tired of getting off work and having time to like actually get out and hunt for Pokemon, but that didn't work because the servers were always down when I got off work.
too many people?
I'm sorry, what?
Too many people?
No, just shitty servers.
No, that makes sense.
There would be no one near a gym that was at the rec park over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I would go like walk my dog and like try to capture some Pokemon.
Well, I mean, the Clint and I went to Western once or twice and walked around.
Yeah.
It's always the same freaking thing you catch over and over.
You know, too many of the same thing. Once you have 7 evolved Clefables, it kind of loses the luster.
And then, like...
Damn Gyarados. That's all I want. 400 Magikarp. Are you kidding me?
The only, so, Pokemon Go, I have to give them credit because they're the only mobile game I've ever given money to.
How much money did you give?
It was only $10. I mean, that's the same for the new Mario game for the iPhone, but still, I've never thought of giving any money to any mobile game ever.
Fallout Shelter. I gave money.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
It was
though.
worth.
Yeah.
So what was...
You got Galaxy of Heroes.
I was just about to ask if you wanted to talk about that.
It's a great game. I don't know if anybody else plays it, but it's definitely got enough content to keep you going. It's a Star Wars based, kind of like a turn-based combat game, 5-on-5. You do different heroes from all across the universe and all across the different movies. A lot of fun though. I mean, there's certain things you do. You have to battle it out for shards to unlock characters and get better equipment and upgrade them. And you can fight other people, or you can just do story mode, or whatever you want to do. So I liked it. It's kept me going for probably, I don't know, 6 months maybe.
Dang.
Yeah. A lot of time. A lot of fun.
You said you got your dad into it too, did you?
And he's probably better than
Really?
me, which I admit. But probably has a stronger team than I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Bringing everybody together.
Yeah. Mobile games. Boo.
Yeah, sir, say what you will about mobile games, but come on, wow.
So, No Man's Sky. Who wants to shit on it first?
Ugh.
Clinton?
Yeah. My wife plays it. And stopped playing it after a while because it was enough. I don't have an overabundant. It had a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, if you want to mine and fly your ship around, you're cool, but otherwise, nothing else going on.
Yeah.
So it was pretty boring.
It's, I don't know, it could have been really good, but it was so bad. And the main thing of it was, if there wasn't so much hype for it, it probably could have been a good game. But they promised the world because they wanted everyone to buy this damn game, and
And they couldn't deliver anything.
anything at all.
Yeah.
I mean, their latest update, you were telling me about it, that they actually improved something, but what was in that update?
They added in more of a creative mode where you could build a base and recruit different alien races to come be in the base with you, but it just wasn't enough. It was a cool little add-on, but it was kind of like, what was it, Hearthstone to Skyrim.
Gotcha.
And then you could build your own house. It was pretty much that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was about it.
So we all played Destiny. We all loved Destiny at one point.
Yeah, at one point.
Yeah. It's super disappointing what's happened with it. It's just, same thing over and over and over. And, I was diehard, and I was diehard the longest, but I'm not even playing it anymore. And
Yeah, I'm not either.
if they tried to do another expansion, they would not get a dime from me. But Destiny 2, hopefully we'll hear something about it this year. Their stockholders and whatever were freaking out about it from the news that I heard, and they're like, we need to get something out now, or we're basically not giving you any more money.
Well, last I heard, it's still on track for a 2017 release.
And you haven't heard a single thing about it so far in 2017.
I know. That's what's worrying me. I think it's going to be at E3. I think that'll be Activision's big presentation.
Yeah.
probably on the PlayStation conference. But yeah, I think they'll be present at E3.
Okay. Well, but we're gonna get into E3, but let's.
Yeah, that's why I was just not saying too much about it.
Let's skip to 2017 now. What we're looking forward to and whatnot. Honestly, I don't have much except for Horizon Zero Dawn and all my dreams of Final Fantasy VII or Kingdom Hearts 3 were stomped into the ground. So that's about it for me. But what do you guys think?
Horizon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of curious of what it'll be like, but I've watched like game trailers and whatnot, but the actual story to it and crafting and actual like, is there any multiplayer whatsoever? I'm excited to see some of that.
Yeah, I not accidentally read that link, or the leak. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, it's
Brian, why do you always do that?
if that's true, then my hopes have been dashed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's not a good leak, not a good story from that.
Oh,
That's all
no.
I can say.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
That's all I'll say. I'm personally looking forward to Mass Effect Andromeda. Loved the first two games, and slogged through the third one. But this one looks really good.
I tried to play the first one, and it's too much freaking dialogue. I can't stand it. Like, I'm all for a story, but get into the game and let me play a game instead of reading text.
Yeah. I can see that being annoying for some people.
Yeah, it's got so much that draws you in. A lot of really, really good content. I didn't play the first game. I played 2 and 3. 2 was amazing. 3 was not as amazing. So
Why is that? Why does everyone say that about 3?
The ending was terrible.
Ah.
Point. Just 2 was much better. Better.
Yeah, and you make all these, like, the point of the series is that you can make decisions and it carries over to the next game. Well, you put in, tons of hours in 1 and 2, and then in the third one, they were all for naught. Like, it's...
Everything's a race.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it doesn't matter if you have good karma, bad karma.
Well, no, a lot of the characters, I guess it's old enough. Spoiler alert, maybe? a lot of the characters die, no matter how much time you put into, like, saving them in Mass Effect 2. So, like, I spent probably close to 60 hours, like, mining, doing all the side missions or loyalty missions, rather, to save all the crew at the end of the game when Mass Effect 2 came out. And then when Mass Effect 3 came out, it was like, hey, cool, nice progress you made there, we're going to kill him anyway. So it was kind of a letdown in that sense.
Gotcha. Did you play the For Honor beta this weekend?
Yeah, about 10 minutes of it.
Really? What did you think of it?
Not for me.
Mm.
What about you?
It's about the same for me. It was really fun, and it's a very cool concept, but the repetition of it, like, you could get a weekend out of this game and then you're done with it.
Yeah. And they're going to have to really keep pumping out the content to keep that fresh, and I just don't think it's going to come quick enough to keep that game, like, alive, unfortunately.
They're supposed to be doing a single-player type campaign, I guess, where you're going to have a story behind what you're doing, but the beta released, 9 characters, 4 different game modes, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it pretty much all felt the same after a while.
Totally
My
agree.
problem, I told Jared today, my big issue is that if you load into player versus player and anyone drops from the game, everyone seems to drop from the game. It's not like one person gets kicked, it's like the game gets shut down.
Really?
And it's supposed to replace them with since you're all players, there's no bots to replace you with like there would be in the AI system.
Yeah.
So it just sort of shut down. Like everybody got kicked. I hope, and maybe that was just a connection thing for certain people, but I really hope that gets fixed. It could be a semi-playable game, but again, probably not more than a week out of me.
Yeah. When it drops down to $20, I may pick it back up.
There you go.
Yeah. Maybe $5, but we'll see.
Maybe if they give me $2, I'll pay it.
If it's free on PlayStation Plus, I'll download it. But
well, what are you looking forward to, Clinton?
I have actually pre-ordered Horizon, so I really it works out okay for that. I would say that Wildlands looked like it was going to be really good, and then I haven't read anything that's made me feel really great about wanting to pick it up.
yeah.
So I also hope that changes. If it's something like The Division plus the Underground mode that they were supposed to put in, apparently that was a really huge addition to the game. So if they can combine all of that and then give me that in Wildlands, I would probably pick it up, but not for $60.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna have to wait on reviews on that one.
Yeah. My last thing I did pre-order, I picked up the new South Park game.
Oh,
Butthole.
did you hear that they've already delayed it again?
Oh, I thought it was coming out the 31st.
Nope, they delayed it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a curse with their games. Like the first one, it was delayed, over a year?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But, I mean, I would much rather them have a working game that's fun than a not working piece of crap. So,
Exactly. Yeah, I 100% agree with you.
yeah. I've already asked Clinton about this, but have you seen Cuphead, Brian?
Yes, I cannot wait till that comes out.
Really? So I've seen the trailers and everything. It's a side scroller, like old cartoony style. What's so great about it?
Well, it's procedurally generated, just like No Man's Sky,
Gotcha.
except for the boss fights, which are what they're showing in the majority of the trailers.
Yeah.
It's all hand drawn by a guy and his brother, and I think one of their wives. The music that they're playing in the background is completely composed by the three of them as well.
Jeez, no wonder it's taken so long.
Yeah, and when it debuted at like E3 in 2013 or 2014, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like basically, it got such like a big like reception after the convention that Microsoft pretty much told the developers like, take your time. Here's a blank check. Get it right when it comes out.
I've never ever heard of Microsoft doing that.
Yeah, like this is their big like indie like push to get something out.
It's their No Man's Sky.
Exactly.
A quick question. I have actually never heard of Microsoft.
Oh man, did either of you ever play the Halo Wars games?
Yeah, I tried the first one. I'm not too good at real-time strategy games.
I'm not one for RTSs either, but I mean the theatrical trailer of it was pretty cool.
Yes, yeah, that's one thing that the Halo games get right at the theatrical trailers.
Detroit, I saw that one was also going to be coming out this year. Have you guys seen trailers for it?
I have not.
So
Yes,
it's basically this android chick's trying to start an uprising in Chicago to
Do you
give
mean
Detroit.
Detroit?
Detroit, excuse me.
I was going to say, Detroit, garbage city, moving on.
Yeah, it's part of Chicago, I guess. I don't know. But
Detroit, Chicago. Same place.
it might as well be. They're both trash. Anyways, just kidding if you're watching there. Other than that, Detroit, I have no interest in.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, Zelda and the Switch are coming out, but I'm totally going to wait on that because I have a hard time believing anything Nintendo's putting out these days is worth anything.
Yeah, same here. Red Dead Redemption. is
Oh,
this year.
yes. The first game was amazing. The zombie add-on pack, that was
Best
amazing.
DLC ever.
Yes, and I mean it's actual DLC. There's a ton of content in it.
Yeah, it was worth the price.
Yeah. I mean, Fallout's done that too, but I mean, this was like the first game to actually have DLC that mattered.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's Rockstar. I mean, they've put nothing
Put
but
out a quality product, and
yeah. Anything else?
that's all I can think of.
Yeah, same here.
I can't think of any big releases this year.
I can't either, and that's kind of disappointing, which, I mean, I'm hoping E3 kind of brings out something, but you were talking about Destiny 2 earlier. You want to follow up with that? Brian?
Who are you talking? Oh, me?
Yeah, you were talking about Destiny at E3 a little earlier. Destiny 2?
Yeah, Destiny 2. They, man, they've really got to just hit it out of the park with this one. Like, I think they've got to. I think they've got to show us something worth coming back for one, because I think a lot of players are deserting it in droves.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've got to show us that the content isn't going to get stale, which is my like big sticking point.
Definitely.
They don't have enough content to support what they want to do as a game. Like, they want it to be like WoW, but the thing that is like with WoW is there's tons of stuff to do in the world.
Yeah.
You can go out and work on a profession. You can do all. I can't think of anything right now, but you can do all this other stuff within the game. Whereas Destiny, it's like, hey, do you want to go do a patrol for the 1000th time?
You want to get the same freaking item that you've had 5 times one more time? Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to grind out for the next 8 hours to go up 1 item level or light level?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, not only that, their graphics, I mean, I still find them, like, super beautiful, but they're old now, so they've got to improve that as well. The story is great. That's one thing they have going for them, but in order to know the story, you have to go online and read all of it and look at the Grimoire.
Cards,
Yeah. And go on YouTube to hear people's fan theories and everything like that. And I mean, that's all well and good, but you need to put this stuff into the game to keep people interested. They're playing a video game to relax, not to go and read a bunch of shit just because they feel like it.
Agreed.
I agree with you.
Yeah. The only things I'm really looking at for E3 predictions, or hopefully will be at E3, is Sunset Overdrive, which was Xbox One, and one of the funnest and funniest games I've played in a long time. It's still in my top 10 for sure, and that's just one I'm hoping for, but definitely looking forward to Final Fantasy VII and Kingdom Hearts stuff, but
If that ever comes out.
yeah, and it's kind of the way that the director's been talking about it. He's like, here's a new wallpaper. I'll see you guys in 2018, you know? It's like, oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. But, I mean, other than that, that's all I've got. You got anything, Clint?
Yeah, I'm going to loop back to Overwatch. New characters. I'm hoping to see Doomfist or somebody else.
Yeah.
Really
Is Terry
freaking...
Crews still supposed to be the voice?
You know, I heard he was flown out to LA, and I don't know why they would fly you out there and even talk about it if you weren't going to record some voice lines just for shits and giggles, if nothing else. He's amazing, and I would love to see him as Doomfist. Apparently they got a leaked soundbite, which is like a menu item of some sort, like the music that would play in the background, and a leaked picture of the payload that's on Numbani that had the glove inside of the glass case, and now the case is broken, and there's glass all over the objective. So, I would love to see Doomfist. That would be pretty cool. I am hoping that they will put out either some new, maybe some other new faces or a new map. Oasis was cool, but it didn't take long to get bored.
Yeah, it's kind of over and done with already.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Eichenwald. So
Yeah, ever.
better. Yeah.
Every time we ever get Eichenwald, it's always for skirmishes and never for an actual game.
Yeah.
But what about you, Brian?
Let's see. Red Dead 2. Do you guys remember Days Gone from last E3?
Oh yeah, the zombie game. It was like
all these huge zombie games.
Yeah, it was like
Not zombie games, zombie hordes.
yeah, it was like Walking Dead mixed with
The
that
Last of Us.
World War Z.
Yes, yeah.
The running horde zombies that just fell over everything like a pile of ants.
That looked really cool. Death Stranding, I think.
What's that one?
That's the new Hideo Kojima game that he's coming out with.
Oh, he's just freaking crazy. I mean, it's going to be interesting none the least, but I don't know if it'll be a good game or not. Like,
You gotta play it out of sheer curiosity.
yeah, that's definitely it. Like, what part of his insanity did he put into this one, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the new God of War. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, that one looks awesome. I like how they went from like the Greek mythology over into the Viking mythology. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So do you think it's a direct sequel or a soft reboot?
I would have to say it's probably a sequel. I mean, he's still got the same swords. Why?
Yeah, and if you look closely in the trailer, he's got that scar too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Clinton, did you ever play those games?
Yeah. Played 1 and 3.
Gotcha.
Really enjoyed them. Just haven't looked into the sequel or reboot or whatever it is.
Gotcha. I mean, it looks awesome, and he looks kind of crazy, so that'll be interesting. But, I mean, other than that, unless you guys got anything else to add for E3.
Well, there's a couple games that are slated to come out this year. State of Decay 2, which I don't know if you guys played State of Decay 1. It came out on the 360, and it was like Grand Theft Auto meets zombies. It was really good.
I didn't hear that one.
No,
Yeah, it's supposed to come out this year, and that's all I got.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, and Clinton, we lost your video, dude.
Oh, awesome. Okay, add me back. All right. It's okay. I'm just doing.
Just jacking it.
Just jacking it. That's why I paused the video, guys.
I don't know if you guys care much for Final Fantasy 12, but they're supposed to be remaking that for PS4. That was one of my favorite Final Fantasies, so I'm pretty excited about that.
And they actually have a release date now. Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard. Keep
Oh,
losing
that's
my bit.
awesome.
Yeah, they finally have something concrete. I've actually, it's pre-ordered, and then I misread the date, so I thought it was going to be Christmas of last year, and it was slated at like Christmas of this year. I was like, oh, well, I'll have to wait a while for that. And now it's what, June or July?
Yeah, it's I think it's July. But I'm gonna blame that game for not giving me my Final Fantasy VII remake. So.
Yeah, I can get that.
All right.
Yeah, that's it for me. Can't think of anything else.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. I'm sure
Yeah.
there'll be something that comes out that we're not thinking of that just blows it away like Overwatch did this year.
Oh, like Shenmue 3.
Yeah, something like that. Excuse me.
Alright, so I really wanted to talk about Overwatch and the BS that's going on with it right now, mainly Symmetra being overpowered, but the the new PTR changes that are coming in. So, yeah, I mean, they're changing Bastion, Roadhog again, and then Winston, which I mean, I could see Winston needing some nerfs, like maybe a longer shield or a better health to his shield. But the only thing they're changing with him is his critical hit volume, which is like his headshot size.
Yeah.
They're reducing that by 15%, so he just doesn't get sniped in the face all the time.
So to say, that's all he's good for is just racking up ultimates for other players, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
So he'll only get headshot like 75% of the time now.
exactly. Yeah.
But it'll make her a slight, like 1 inch difference in what she has to shoot.
Yeah. The other change was Roadhog. They changed his hook again, which I don't know why. If you just change something, leave it for a while. I definitely didn't have a problem with it, and I can't see why other people were having problems with it. But they've changed his chain hook. Targets are now pulled 3.5 meters away instead of 2, so they're further away, which is complete crap because now you can no longer do the hook, shot, and melee. You have to actually walk up to them to melee them now.
Why? Like,
yeah, it just does. It makes no sense. And the other is the cooldown for his hook has gone from 6 seconds to 8 seconds.
I can understand that part though. Every 6 seconds, if you have the option of insta-killing something, that's pretty big. Like, I can understand that. But every 8 seconds makes it a little harder for him to get off. He heals himself so much. I mean, I don't have a problem with that part. I do have a problem with the hook.
Yeah.
That makes it... You're talking about having to, like, probably 2-shot a Bastion. You can't 1-shot an Ana, which I thought was a problem to begin with. Like, if she's so tiny and squishy, she should die in 1 shot.
but my issue with Roadhog is he doesn't really fit the tank class.
Right.
I mean, to me, he's more of a support. Like, he heals himself. I mean, if you nerf his cooldown for his hook from 6 seconds to 8 seconds, that's a whole two extra seconds that he can't really do his thing.
So make him more tanky, is what you're saying.
I mean, maybe. I still don't think he's a good tank. I think, what's his face? Reinhardt is still going to be a better tank. Zarya and D.Va are still going to be better off tanks than him. And Winston's going to be doing his own thing. I don't
getting shot in the face.
Yeah, getting shot in the face. Completely useless. But, yeah, it's just, I still don't see a defined role for him. He's really not a good off tank because he has no shield. I guess the only thing about him is he can heal, but that's what, 11 seconds between heals?
Yeah. And I mean, so their way of fixing this is instead of him being able to pull them 2 meters in, and now they have a whole 1.5 meters away from him, they've changed his gun to have the spread decrease by 20%. But I mean, it's good, but Sombra can live after a hook because of her
squishy.
Yeah, and the only reason for it is because her character model is so skinny.
So there's less to hit.
Yeah, Bastion, Hanzo, neither one of those guys are 1-shots at all. I mean, Hanzo at least should definitely be a 1-shot.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I see no sense in their changing the Hook 2.0, 2 weeks after they put the update out?
Yeah.
That's because probably they don't know what to do with Roadhog.
Yeah, but go ahead.
They would switch him because he's, if anything, I feel like he, with his health, is good, but he does the burst damage of an attacker. Like, nobody but Reaper does more damage. Put him in the attack class and make another tank that's actually worth having.
Yeah.
They've done... I don't know. I feel the same way about Symmetra, though, because I feel like Symmetra should be in the defense category instead of a healer. She doesn't actually heal anything. She gives you nothing except shields. which is fine, but make that a defensive hero, because that would make sense. Everybody gets a shield. Or give her some part of her kit where she can heal, or she can throw. Because she used to be able to just, like target you, give you some shields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that was closer to a healer class. But now that they've reworked her, she needs to go to defense.
Yeah.
I think Junkrat needs to go to attack. I don't think he's a support class. What's he supporting? I mean,
Agreed.
He's supporting the Bastion by trapping someone right in front of him.
yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, and Bastion's getting reworked.
Yeah. So self-repair, you can move around, and what was the rest of it, Clinton?
You can move while healing, but it's sort of like Diva's shield, where it's on a timer. So you can use it for like 4 or 5 seconds, and it has to go on cooldown.
Gotcha.
But he can move while he's using it. They've given him 5 additional bullets, so he went up from 20 to 25 in recon mode. So he's like Soldier pretty much, with more armor now.
Awesome.
And he can heal himself while moving, which Soldier can only be in an area, but Soldier heals more people. You can drop
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that he's OP.
Oh yeah, Bastion's gonna come back and ruin everyone again.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They're adding his gun spread now, but it has spread from the moment you start firing. But now he has 300 bullets. And I don't know. Keep him at 200. The spread was fine. If he stays in Sentry mode, it's too much anyway. I feel like he just had the chance to sit there and gun everybody down.
Oh, and he can change from recon to Sentry from instead of 1.5 seconds, it's now 1 second.
Yeah. So he can do it much quicker. But he's a shield melter. They've taken away his ability to headshot while he's in Sentry mode. So I guess that's good. But the headshot wasn't really the point. It was the fact that you were blowing a Rhine shield to pieces, or, mowing a Zarya down after a bubble drops. I don't know. Or a Winston, anytime, any place, anywhere, because he's...
Well, yeah. The only other thing I saw about Bastion was that he no longer gets additional armor when he switches to tank mode. He instead has a new passive ability called Ironclad, which means he gets 35% less damage. So basically, everyone's going to go Bastion now.
Oh, yeah. It'll just be Bastions every match.
When there's no limits, will be 6 Bastions from now on.
6v6 Bastions. Let's do this.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'll go back. 4 Bastions, 2 Symmetric, because why wouldn't you want the...
Oh yeah, Symmetric, God. I can't stand her right now. The only good thing about her is whenever there's a fair up in the air trying to do rain from above, and you throw your shield at her so she kills herself.
That is...
But, I mean, that's pretty much all I had, fellas, unless you want to add some more to it.
For
Yeah.
Overwatch,
Pretty much all of it.
I'm pretty much done, yeah.
Yeah?
That's
Cool.
pretty much-
Alright, that's it for the first Simplistic Stupidity podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll try to have these up a fairly regular time frame, like a couple times a month. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along, but hope you guys enjoyed, and take it easy.